This is Poland Daily News. My name is Aleksander Wierzejski. Let's start the show. Politics sometimes got emotional, and this is certainly the case. 9 members of the new Left Party were suspended by the leader of this formation, Włodzimierz Czarzasty. According to suspended MPs, the party's leadership is afraid of the internal coup. The suspended MPs are outraged. They accuse their chairman of treason in a May 4th vote on EU recovery funds, when the left supported the ruling Conservative Party. According to the oppositionist, the new left leader Włodzimierz Czarzasty is using autocratic methods. Włodek, get to your senses. The fact that you sat on the table with the Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki does not mean that you should use their methods. Do not let Jarosław Kaczyński fool you. At first, only MP Marek Balt was suspended. However, as resistance from party members grew, the new names started to appear on the list of suspended politicians. They use now a Stalin way. They had found a catch in the statute that let them suspend party members for a high crime of writing letter to their boss. As we unofficially found out, Włodzimierz Czarzasty limited the rights of the members of the 26-person board until he obtained a majority during the vote. Gasoline was poured on the fire during the closed-door meeting of the party board. Suspended members were not allowed inside. The chairman himself presented his position on this matter. The internal issues of the party will be fixed inside the party. We will talk about it. Things went emotional, and when things get emotional, one shall make tough decisions. On October 9, the new left is to host the Unification Congress. Today's events prove that Włodzimierz Czarzasty is consistently and decisively strengthening his power within the party, and he is not shy away from committing the purges. The head of the district police in Katowice awarded 20,000 Polish zlotys for information on whereabouts of Jacek Jaworek, suspected for a triple murder. He has been on the loose since last Saturday. Investigators suspect a 52-year-old man of the murder of 3 members of his family, his brother, his wife and son. Preliminary results of the autopsy of the victims carried out at the Department of Forensic Medicine, Medical University of Wrocław indicate that all 3 people died as a result of gunshot wounds committed in life-sensitive areas of the body. In total, 10 shots were fired from 7.65 caliber weapons, which have not been found so far. The Silesian police appointed a reward of 20,000 Polish zlotys for information that would help to detain the wanted person. Moreover, police asked the residents of the Dąbrowa Zielona commune to refrain from staying outdoors for several consecutive days between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. This will help the search departments to use specialized equipment. Any information on this matter can be provided to the emergency number 112. For another day, many Polish cities were flooded. Firefighters went out in Mazowieckie, Łódzkie and Warmińsko-Mazurskie districts, and more scout camps were evacuated to safety. Storms and heavy rains once again occurred in almost entire country. Firefighters opened over 2,500 tickets. First of all, we removed the fallen trees and branches that block the communication routes. We also assist in flooding. The Institute of Meteorology and Water Management once again warns of hailstorms across the country. The most active storms can occur in northeastern Warmia and Mazury. The intensity of rainfall may again cause local flooding. According to our predictions, the calm weather will return on Tuesday. The next days for northern and southern Poland may be tough. We can expect heavy storms in there. Due to violent storms and rains, it was necessary to evacuate the scout camps. Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki chaired the crisis staff at the primary school in Łukta, where the scouts of the 169 Warsaw Scout Unit were evacuated. At least 157 people died as a result of the storms and excess rainfall that spread through West Germany, Belgium and the Netherlands. The number of fatalities whose bodies are being found continues to increase as the damage done by the raging elements of nature is cleared away. More than 1,000 people are missing and more homes were destroyed in flood-stricken regions of Western Germany and Belgium on Friday, where waters were still rising and the death toll was already at about 117. Entire communities lay in ruins after swollen rivers swept through towns and villages in the western German states of North Rhine-Westphalia and Rhineland-Palatinate, Belgium as well as the Netherlands. In Germany alone, 103 people have died in what is the country's worst mass loss of life in years. The death toll is expected to rise further as more houses collapse, while in Belgium, media said at least 14 had died. The extreme rainfall is direct consequence of the climate change, said the Federal Weather Service expert Thomas Endurla of Deutsche Welle Dienst.
Klimawandel spielt mit eine Rolle.
Climate change is one of the several factors. Whether events like this happen from time to time, but now with these typical events and the overall climate heating and temperatures rising, air masses can contain more and more water and condensation. Therefore, when it comes to this condensation, more water is being squeezed out from this cloud sponge because of the climate change. Those effects are normal, they are part of our weather, but the dimension of it, that is at least partly the fault of climate change.
Größe, das Ausmaß, die Menge, da steckt.
Emmanuel Macron is first president of the Fifth Republic to visit the sanctuary of Our Lady of Lourdes in France. He met the pilgrims in front of the basilica and the cave where Bernadette Soubirous saw apparitions of the Virgin in 1858. Several hundred pilgrims were represented at the sanctuary, the largest French Catholic pilgrimage center, which receives 15,000 people a day. The sanctuary covers 52 hectares, with 3 basilicas in particular, intends to receive a little more than 1 million visitors this year, against 3.5 million per year before the crisis. Mr. Macron went to Lourdes on the same day when, according to believers, the 18th and last apparition of the Virgin Mary to Bernadette Soubirous took place in the cave of Massabielle. On this occasion, a worldwide digital pilgrimage, Lourdes, United in Prayer, is organized for 24 hours in 12 languages. In April 18, President Macron gave an unprecedented speech to the bishops meeting the Cistercian College in Bernardins in Paris, during which he spoke of his wish to repair the link between church and state, which, according to him, got damaged. Before him, several presidents, such as Jacques Chirac and François Hollande, had gone to Lourdes, but without officially visiting the sanctuary. That's the news, but stay with Poland Daily for more programs. For me, that's it, and good night.